Hi, this is Myla Bowers, and this op-ed video is for English 105 at Grand Canyon University. This opinion piece is focused on increase of society becoming more religious and why this raises concerns. Around the world, we see a noticeable revival of strict religious influence in public life, politics, and education. While personal faith is meaningful on an individual level, the growing pressure for society as a whole to move in a more religious direction has consequences that often go overlooked. We see this trend in three ways. First, there is a growing presence of religious ideology in politics. Lawmakers in many regions are increasingly pushing policies based on religious beliefs rather than on scientific evidence or broad public consensus. While political leaders present their personal faith as a primary basis for laws, it risks excluding people of different beliefs or no belief at all. This shift changes the idea of pluralistic society where rules are supposed to protect everyone equally. Second, education systems are experiencing a rise in religious influence. In some areas, schools are pressured to adjust curricula to align more closely with religious viewpoints. This can affect how science, history, gender, and cultural studies are taught. While educational content is filtered through a religious lens, students may lose access to comprehensive evidence-based learning. Schools should be places of open inquiry, not environments where information is restricted to fit a single worldview. Third, social expectations and community norms are becoming more tied to religious identity. As religious messaging becomes more prominent, people may feel pressured to publicly identify with a faith tradition, even if it is not something they personally believe in. This can lead to social division where groups are judged according to whether they conform to dominant religious standards. Instead of bringing people together, this trend can create new forms of exclusion. Overall, this trend is harmful because it blurs the line between personal belief and public policy. A healthy society depends on the separation of religious identity and civic life. When religion becomes a guiding force in laws, education, and culture, it limits personal freedom and weakens critical thinking. People should be able to make choices based on reason, personal values, and lived experience, not because certain beliefs are enforced by majority pressure. According to an article in the Journal of Social and Political Psychology, researchers found that the societies with higher levels of religious control over public policy tend to experience reduced freedom of expression and lower trust between social groups. The article explains that when one belief system becomes dominant, people who do not share that belief often feel marginalized and disengaged from public life. This directly supports the concern that increased religiosity in society may restrict rather than expand individual rights. Ultimately, the rise in religious influence is not simply a shift in personal values, it is a shift in how society defines truth, authority, and belonging. It risks replacing open dialogue with moral absolutes and prioritizing conformity over diversity. Personal faith should be respected, but it should not become the template for how an entire society functions.